Hi guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So first I just want to tell you that I am filming these a couple weeks ahead of time so that they can, I can schedule them to upload while I'm on vacation. So anything that I say, is 2 weeks in the past. So that's always very weird. And I try to just keep, I don't even know how to keep it so that it's not weird for you later when you're watching, but just keep that in mind. I am filming this ahead of time. I'm also filming it ahead of time because this is a very special project for a very special friend. You all know Dee Dee, or you've heard me talk about Dee Dee. If you haven't, I will link her YouTube channel below. Please go and check her out and subscribe to her channel. She is amazing. One of the sweetest people I know, one of my bestest friends. And someday we will meet in person. It is a goal. It is on my goal list. And anyway, this is a special journal for her. And I need to, I can't upload these until she sees it. So I'm hoping to get it done before I go on vacation, and then I can get it mailed out to her. Anyway, a while back, she was saying how much she loves to dye paper. And I was like, I'm like, yeah, I don't. And I would totally, like trade you something or pay you if you would please dye paper for me. Well, being the amazing person that she is, she dyed like over 500 sheets of paper for me. And I was just blown away. And yeah, so I did pay her, but it wasn't enough. I didn't feel like it was that she, it wasn't enough. So I am making her a journal, and she knows I'm making it. Because I wanted to make sure that, I kind of had an idea of what she wanted. The only guidelines that I have are, it needs to be something that she can journal in. And she doesn't particularly like the color yellow just by itself. And blues are her favorite colors. So other than that, she said have fun, because I've been a little stressed out and overwhelmed lately, and she knows that. And she said, I want you to have fun with it. Don't stress over it. So I'm having fun. I am making the cover today, and I'm gonna do, some videos along the way, process videos, or just, kind of craft with me, I guess, as I make this. I am using a couple kits by Medieval Mirage. I will link to those kits in the description box below. If you have never checked out her shop, oh my gosh, she has the most amazing kits. She is epic. Yeah, and the kits are epic. So go check them out. The ones I'm using are, oh goodness, like you would think that my brain, it is a couple of the Illuminated Flora kits. I think it's, oh goodness gracious. Anyway, it'll be in the description box below. One of them is an add-on, and the other one is, I think, volume 2. And then there are other ones in that title. Yeah, it's been so much fun working with. So anyway, all right, I'm doing the cover today because I kind of want to get the signatures sewn in, before I do any sort of ephemera and decorating, which that's my, I usually do that. But in this case, I really wanted to. Plus, I am kind of doing something I've never done before for the cover, and I'm really hoping that it works. And I thought I should go ahead and do it in case it doesn't work. I can come up with a backup plan. So what I have here, I have a front and back cover of a book. Obviously, it's a newer book. Don't worry, you will not see that when it's all finished. And obviously the inside, not only is it yellow, yuck, right, Dee Dee? But it has a sticker in it. So we'll be covering that up. And then I have two pieces of chipboard glued together to the, you know, approximately the thickness of the front and back covers. And I covered it with a blue cardstock that was very similar to the blue of the cover, which was just luck that I had that. I only had one piece, so it was kind of lucky, because every other blue that I have is completely the wrong color. That doesn't matter, Emily, don't worry about that. And I have a piece of canvas slash duck cloth slash some sort of fabric here. And I have a really gorgeous rectangular doily piece. So let's just do this, and hopefully it works. Otherwise you might not see this video, or you will, and then you'll learn what not to do. Okay, so first I am going to glue my spine, which is like 3 inches, by the way. I want to have plenty of room to go berserk on the inside of this journal, so I thought ahead. And I'm going to glue that right smack in the center. Okay. Now, this is going to be the outside of my spine, right? So let me go ahead and try to get this glue on, and I will speed this up so you don't have to watch me glue. Okay, so I have my spine, and like I said, I just need to keep in mind, this is going to be the outside. So I need to glue this piece on this side, right? And I'll leave, you know, a little bit of space. I'm just going to do a very thin, it's not going to overlap very much, which is fine, I think. I hope. This bottle of Fabri-Tac is nearing its end. I've been saying that for a little while now, but it really is getting on my nerves, but I hate throwing any of it away, so I try to use it all. All right. I'm just going to kind of put this so I get an idea of roughly how far I want to, or how much space that I want to leave, so it opens and closes properly. All right. I'm going to attempt to quickly flip it over just so I can press it down on this side too. And then, you know, I'm kind of wishing, well, dang, I've already messed up. I should have probably done this first. No, it's fine. We'll just cover that up. That'll be fine. Okay. Not yet though. Let's get this done first. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing for this piece. First, you see how this is coming away from the book board? I'm going to glue that down because otherwise I'm not going to have a very secure, oh my goodness, this glue. What I was trying to say is if I don't get this glued down, then you know, it's not gonna work very well for me. So I just want to make sure and you know, make sure that this is nice and glued. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put a nice, hopefully straightish bead of glue right along the edge here. And glue it down. Where's my lid? Just like we did the front piece. So I just want the same sort of spacing here. Okay, make sure that we're centered and such. Like I said, I've never done a cover this way before, so, you know, I hope that this works. We'll see, won't we? All right, let's just make sure that that's secure. All right, now I am not worried about this extra hanging over at all. I'm not even going to worry about it. The next thing I want to do is I want to glue this whole doily down onto my cover. And it's kind of perfect because the circles are just like the perfect width and length and such to fit, you know, on the cover. And you get a line on the spine, and you get these little, you know, folds, and everything is just kind of perfect. And it makes me very happy because it's very symmetrical and very awesome. And I think if this works properly, I'm going to leave the, I'm not going to cut it. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But what I want to do is make some space because everything's in my way right now. Trying to think the best way to do this. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to add glue to the part that'll be, you know, the spine and these little guys here. And we'll do, you know, we'll do the spine section first, because I want to make sure that that all lines up properly before I glue down the whole thing. Okay, now it's time to hopefully get this exactly right. The first time, that would be fantastic, but you know, we'll see. Okay, so does that kind of make sense what I got going on here? That's that is sort of what I'm thinking there. All right, now we can let's see, I'm gonna add this sort of stuck down by itself, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue. You can't see what I'm doing. This little extra bottom floppy piece, I am just adding glue there and gluing the doily to that. I don't know why. It seemed like the thing to do. So that's what I'm doing. And I'll do it on the top too. And this time I'll make it so you can actually see what I'm doing a little bit better, probably. I have glue everywhere. It's just sticking everywhere. All right. There. Now, that is all kind of glued together, right? Now we can work on gluing everything to the front and the back. I will say this is a very messy process. So if you don't like messy things, maybe don't do this. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Because I don't want to get glue, on the other part here. Let's use a piece of paper. Okay, let's do that, and then we can more easily get the glue on this here. Okay, all right, so let's do one section at a time because I don't want my glue to like dry up as I'm doing this. So we'll do one section at a time. Okay, so the spine and the front cover are all glued, and just want to make sure everything is, yeah. All right, and then we just need to do the back, and I am going to turn this around to make it easier, and I am actually going to just cut away, and I will do this, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I think that is, I think this worked. I'm super excited about it. All right, so, I mean, it's still drying, so I don't want to mess with it too much, but yeah, I am liking it a lot. I think it looks really neat. So I'm just trying to, yeah. Anyway, okay. So while it's drying, because I don't want to like mess with it too much, but I need to cover up those words, obviously. And I chose this image for, the front here. And I want it to be centered mostly, but I also need it to cover up, all the words. Sorry, there's like a little string of glue here that's making me angry. Let me see if I can get that with my tweezers. Maybe. Come on. Goodness. Oh, well. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So yeah, I chose this image and I want it to go kind of in the center and to cover up all those words. I distressed it with my little Tim Holtz distressing tool, and then I inked it with ground espresso distress ink. So it's really dark, and then I just zigzag stitched around the whole thing. But I'm thinking I want to put something else behind this. Maybe some cheesecloth. just enough to kind of, peek out all the edges. So find some scissors. Careful not to cut anything else while I'm doing this, right? That would be awful. And this is multiple layers, but I think I'm gonna leave it layered so it's a little bit thicker. I don't know, I kind of think I like that, but I need to cut off the very bottom so that I can get it to fray. Sorry, I'm just doing this off to the side so I don't get little pieces of cheesecloth everywhere. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better. All right. So this will go down here like this, right? And then this will go on top. What do we think? I think I like it. I think I like it. Okay, so usually I would just, put glue on my image and it would, like seep through the cheesecloth to hold that down. But because we've got, kind of a weird raised surface here, I am going to actually just add some glue underneath the cheesecloth in a couple places. And hopefully, there, okay. Then I can add glue to my image. I know that cheesecloth, excuse me, is secure underneath. And then this it will seep through and grab through the cheesecloth as well. All right, get the lid on that glue because it's gonna go nuts here. All right, I just want to make sure that I am covering all of the title on the pin. Yeah, okay, that's good. And then we'll just hold that down. All right, so here we go. I am really, really liking that a lot. It's very cool. Now, let's see. I don't want to fold it up yet, so let's go ahead and put our inside images on here. And I'm going to cut the strings, my threads for this. So this will go on the front cover. Aren't these images just gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I'm in love with them. They're so pretty. Okay. So we've got our back and our front. That's going to be really pretty. All right, so one at a time. I'm going to turn it this way because I want to make sure that I get it lined up top to bottom so you can't see any of the yellow. And yeah, I think a little bit, unfortunately, might show through under the fringe there, but I think for the most part we'll be okay. All right, so I'm going to do this a bit differently than I normally do. Actually, let's do that first. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to put double-sided like score tape on the very, very edges of these, because I want to make sure that I have a really secure hold on the edges, but I don't want glue seepage to happen. Does that make sense? So I've done this before. You may have seen me do this before. So the double-sided tape will be on the very outside, and then I will use Fabri-Tac in the middle, and it won't, you know, it won't seep out the edges, and we know that it will be very secure in the corners and the edges and all that. Okay, so when you're using this method, you want to make sure that you burnish down your double-sided tape really well, especially on top of the stitching if you've done any sewing. So I'm just using, excuse me, a bone folder, but you could use, you know, the back or the handles of your scissors if you don't have a bone folder. You know, anything that you can use to just kind of really push this down. Okay, so once you have the double-sided tape on there, you can go ahead and what I do is I kind of do it in stages. Actually, let's see, the way I was going to do this. Let's get this back in here. I mean, you want to make sure, don't take all of your backing off. You want to do it kind of in stages. So I'm going to do this edge. I'm going to take this whole edge off. Okay. And I'm going to take just about, I don't know, an inch or so, 2 inches on the sides here. Because if you take all of it off, you know, you're more likely to get it stuck down crooked. This way I have some play, a little bit of play anyway, to make sure that I have it, you know, where I want it. But I'm going to put glue on first. Oh, and it's usually a good idea to go ahead and just loosen up that piece at the bottom so it's easier once you have this partly, you know, stuck down. All right, so once you have your glue on there, you can line up. I'm basically just trying to cover the whole piece of yellow inside the cover here, so I can lay it down once I have this edge where I want it, and that way I know that everything is going to be fine. So push down this part, and then I'm going to turn it around so I can see what I'm doing over here. If you remember, I loosened this bottom edge, so we'll go ahead and remove that, but just kind of hold it up for a second until you get these other pieces off, and then you can go ahead and lay that down. And then I will use my bone folder, especially where you use the double-sided tape, but in this instance, I will use it over the whole thing.
I am really, okay, good. I had a horrible thought. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't check to make sure that that was the right cover. All right, there we go. Okay, so I am going to do the exact same thing on the back here, and then I will be right back. All right, so here's our cover, guys. Oh, and I'm in love with this, and it's not even like remotely close to being done yet. But look at how pretty that is. I love it, and I love the fabric just kind of hanging off of the edges. I think that's gonna look really cool. Yeah, and then here's our inside, and then this is where I will so actually it'll be a hidden spine. I hadn't thought that through, but it will be. Yeah, so I think that'll be it for this video, guys, because it's getting pretty long. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm gonna add a little bit, maybe a little bit of glue. I'll probably just use some art glitter glue, just well, maybe just to hold these little bits. Come on. Oh my goodness. Why does everything have to be difficult when you're filming? All right. I just wanted a little bit of glue to hold those there. Okay. They were kind of not doing what I wanted them to do. All right, anyway, so in the next video, I'm not sure what we'll do. I need to finish cutting out all the pieces of this enormous kit. Oh my gosh, well, there's 2 kits, but yeah, they are enormous. So I'm gonna finish doing that, and then yeah, I'll be back with something related to this journal. I don't know what yet. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go because I'm just babbling now. I hope you have a fabulous day. If you liked this, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love if you would subscribe and hit the little notification bell. Leave me a comment about what you think about this journal so far, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.